There have been numerous films and or TV shows that had the talking animals in them. I know a lot of y'all grew up with the show about a certain talking horse. But in 1988, we got this one film I know everybody has hated. I completely understand, but this is sort of a guilty pleasure of mine. And so I thought I'd get this one out of the way. So here it is. This is my review of the film known as Hot to Trot. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1988 comedy flick Hot to Trot, released by Warner Brothers, directed by Michael Dinner, starring Bobcat Goldthwait, though he was credited as Bob, along with Virginia Madsen, Jim Metzler, and Dabney Coleman, plus the voice of John Candy as the voice of a talking horse who helps an investment broker make smart investment tips. This film was released on August 26, 1988, and this film bombed at the box office and received 5 Golden Razzies. And this was a big bomb and what have you, and has a 0% approval rate on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, and apparently it didn't win any of the Razzies it was nominated either, to be honest. Oh dear. Anyway, simpleton bachelor Fred Cheney inherits a buck-toothed horse named Don and one half of a stock brokerage firm from his dead mother. He discovers that Don is a talking horse who can also speak the language of several other animals that belong to his deceased father. His stepfather, Walter Sawyer, offers to buy out Cheney's share of the business for a paltry sum, but Cheney refuses. Instead, Cheney returns Don to his talking horse family in the countryside and claims his place as partner at the firm. Cheney takes over an office and begins working as a broker, much to the chagrin of Sawyer. Don overhears a stock tip and calls Cheney, presumably using his teeth to dial the phone. Cheney acts on the investment advice and becomes wealthy overnight. And and soon Cheney rents a fancy penthouse apartment and buys a sports car. And Don returns to the city and finds illness. Cheney feels sorry for him, and the two become roommates in the apartment. Don's father dies, but not before impressing upon Don the importance of producing an heir to the chosen line of talking horses. Conveniently, Don meets a beautiful white horse named Sadendal, the stables soon after, and develops a crush on the mare. And inconveniently, Sadendal is a recent gift from Sawyer to his girlfriend. Well, apparently, Cheney's successes continue, and Sawyer asks his secretary Allison to find out Cheney's secrets. So she and Cheney go on an awkward date where a man Cheney naively reveals that Don is the source of his investing prowess. Yeah. And well, although Cheney insists Don can speak and returns to his apartment where Don refuses to speak. But apparently, their relationship turns into a real bad one once Don throws a wild party and so many species of animals come in here. And if that wasn't enough, Don suggests Shane buy the stock in the company that made oats he brought in. But unfortunately, it's a bust. It turned out to be contaminated, one of you. And well, but soon he would get back in the game when puts Don in a horse race in the end. But that's all the story I'm going to give to you. I will not give you no ending spoilers since this film did so badly. I'm not going to give you the rest of the story. Sorry. So, my thoughts on Hot to Trot. I know this film is not that great. This is factually a bad film in a way, but it's a bad film that I kind of enjoy a bit because of a talking horse and what have you. I mean, John Candy was pretty big at the time, considering this was released the same. I believe it was. I'm pretty sure. Give me a moment. Well, just this was released the same year that he did the film The Gray Outdoors, and this was just after he did Planes, Trains, and Automobiles of a year prior. Anyway, this film, again, as I said, this film bombed at the box office, failing to only bring in 6.4 million against its $9 million budget. However, this film does have a little bit of redeeming quality. Aside from John Candy's portrayal of Don, which that's the only fun thing I liked about this film. The film has a score by, are you ready for this? Danny Elfman. Yes, you heard me correctly. Just even before he did the scores for numerous Warner Bros. Films. Well, actually, that same year, he actually did the score for Beetlejuice. Yes, which, although released through the Gaffin Company, which was, under license at Warner Bros. At the time, because Warner Bros. Distributed that film. And then soon following up with Batman the following year. So this is a pretty underrated score. An underrated film he did and what have you. And Michael Dinner is one director I'm really not familiar with. I've never really seen much of what he's done. I mean, he's recently, after this, he would go on to direct for TV, including later seasons for The Wonder Years, as well as Chicago Hope, Early Edition, Grey's Anatomy, Law and Order, Justified, and many others. The only film of his I've seen, now he was the last film he did. Well, he did two other films before this: Heaven Help Us in 1985 and Offbeat in 1986. He would return 12 years later after this with The Crew, which had, despite its all-star cast of guys, that film also didn't do too hot at the box office. But anyway, but another thing I did like was Bobcat Goldthwait's performance as Fred P. Cheney. I mean, he's absolutely nutsoid at times. I'm just laughing. Uh, he's, like I said, he's pretty nuts and what have you. I guess those are the only two I really thought made this film a little fun and what have you. Dabney Coleman played Walter Sawyer, whom it's been almost a year since we lost him because he passed away in May of last year. May he rest in peace. Played Walter Sawyer. It was okay. Virginia Madsen, long before she even became a big name, I mean, and before she even appeared in the original Candyman, played Allison Rowe. And I thought she wasn't too bad. As for the rest, yeah, we did have Burgess Meredith in one of his final performances, even though he did do a little bit of a brief appearance in Rocky Five the next year, I believe. Yes, the following year, voiced Don's dad, and Gilbert Gottfried, who would appear in another film that really got this big time. The original Problem Child played the dentist at the end of the film. Yeah, so those characters weren't too bad. But with everything I said, Hot to Trot, it's not really that great of a movie. I mean, if you're into talking animals or maybe the show Mr. Ed, then you might want to give this film a one-time watch. But if not, then I'd say avoid this, okay? Only if you are, or if you are, maybe I would recommend this if you're a John Candy fan. If you didn't know this existed, then that would be another reason to give it a one-time watch. I'd say only if you're a fan of John Candy or if you like them, the humorous Bobcat Goldthwait or Talk Animals, then I would only recommend this a one-time watch. But if you're not into any of those, then simply avoid this at all costs. So it's a draw between a one-time watch and avoid this. So you be the judge. But that's all I'm gonna say. What did you think of Hot to Trot? I'm sure some, and I know one person who don't enjoy this. I won't mention his name though. But yeah, like I said, a one-time watch or avoid it. If you've seen Hot to Trot, let me know in the comments section below what you thought about it. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow, make the views grow. Tell your friends about my channel, get them to know me. May they like to be a part of my Big D Nation, and share my vids with your friends if you like. Now, of course, if you saw my recent short video, I did say there is a Gladiator 2 spoiler review coming up. But first things first, I'm gonna get another anniversary review come up. Despite I had to cancel Tremors, I can still do this my next one for this month, and that's Tooth Fairy with Dwayne Johnson. So be on the lookout for that. But if you like this video, check out my reviews for these other two talking animal type flicks. In the upper left hand corner is my review of the remake of Doctor Dolittle with Eddie Murphy from 1998. And the upper right hand corner is my review of its sequel, Doctor Dolittle 2 from 2001. Or if you would like maybe I don't know, a much more funnier film that had John Candy in it, check out my review of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in the bottom left hand corner. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.